presentation of the farm exhibit at the Children's Museum. I am Anna Vaughn.
Taylor Siani.
Becky Ganter.
Jessica Bauer.
So pretty much our concept was to take what you had already done with your space and then enhance the features a lot and then add a few more environmentally friendly aspects, such as we also added a windmill as well as a compost pile and a clothesline. And we wanted to also brighten up the space and change the surrounding colors so that it would be more energizing and exciting for the children to be in.
Alright, this is the floor plan. We kept basically the same floor plan that you have already because we wanted to keep down costs as far as moving things around. So we maintained everything basically the way it is. You can see what's labeled there is path. This is done with flooring, which you will see later in our renderings. We also added a compost bin and a interactive wall next to the compost bin, which you will also see later. And then along the back wall, we added a barn, sort of just the facade of the barn, so to enhance the farm feel of the exhibit. Alright, these are the elevations here. The top elevation you can see is a view of the barn. It sticks out from the wall maybe just about a foot, and it has a sliding barn door on the front, so the children can move that, but there's a wall across inside so they can't go hide in the corner of the barn.
Or get locked in by a sibling.
There would be along the back wall, which you'll see later, but kind of a mural, because it's very short, you can't really put a lot of actual stuff in there, but there would be a mural painting showing different animals in the space. And we also added additional solar panels on the roof of the barn just to enforce that alternative energy aspect. The bottom elevation you can see here is showing the front of the farmhouse that's existing. We moved the bench over to that side, which you'll see why later with what we did with the other wall, and we added a clothesline between the house and the wall there to teach children about energy conservation, how they can dry their clothes outside when it's nice rather than using a dryer.
And then this is the vegetable wall. Pretty much it's going to be a mural painting, and then there'll be indentations in the wall, and then they can pick their vegetables and put them in and out and then decide which heights they can go on. And originally I had drawn a picture, but then it didn't show up online very well. So,
Okay.
and then you can, yeah. And then we also added a windmill to show energy conservation and wind power. And then there's the compost bin as well, and then we also wanted to add little bean bags in there, so kids like playing in the dirt. They can sit in there and they can take their vegetables in there when they're done eating them or whatever.
So this is the first view of the space. You can see most of the features we talked about. The barn along the back wall. You can see sliding door and solar panels, and also inside how those are animals painted on it. In front of the barn we put large stuffed animals like your horse, and then you could add in others. We put a pig there, but just to show more animals the kids can play with kind of interactively.
We may have decapitated Bessie a little bit. We just had her head sticking out of the barn window. Yeah, so they can touch it. It doesn't take up so much room that way.
You look nervous to tell me that.
I don't know how to break this to you, but
Bessie's gotta go. We also added a picnic table in the middle so that parents have a place to sit while watching their kids interact too. they have like another baby in a stroller.
And the kids could also use it if, like, after they pick their vegetables and take it inside to cook things, and they can go outside and have a picnic. So, another thing, we moved the fence. The wall, the fence used to be where that vegetable wall is. We repurposed it and moved it just along the front of your exhibit, just to give a little bit more definition to the space and kind of help to block it off from the rest of the open area. Okay, you can also see in this view the ceiling. It would still be the same open ceiling that you have with the ductwork showing, but painted it blue to look like a sky, and then add in acoustic ceiling clouds, painted white to look like clouds, just add to the outdoor feel. And then changed your lighting, put in recessed cans. It would be efficient LED lights to help with energy savings. This is just another view, a better view of the barn. You can see better inside, and then you can also see the compost area, which the fronts of the two of them are open, so the kids can kind of interactively go play inside if they want to. And then we provided baskets there next to the bins, so they can put their vegetables in.
And then we incorporated like a lot of flowers and sunflowers because, like, obviously as an environmentally stable place, you want to have a lot of greens and bright colors, and we want to make the sun an important aspect here, so put a lot of sunflowers.
Okay, the
Budget wise?
Oh. Well, the flooring, if you noticed in the other beginning views, there was a pathway, which is brown, and then the flooring is supposed to be green as grass looking. So that is what cost the most, which would be $6,000, but then total budget would be $7,000, just because the other stuff is just adding paint.
The marmoleum is most expensive and very durable and cleanable.
Yeah, durable, clean.
Yeah, and very is it biodegradable? Is that what
it's a USDA certified bio-based product, so it's linoleum, so it's plant-based. So we feel that from an environmental standpoint, it could be argued as being valuable.
Mm-hmm.
That is our concept for your museum exhibit.
Great.
We enjoyed it. Do you have any questions?
I don't. Thank you.